Sure.
So you mentioned 6 or 7 internships. That's a
Right.
lot.
Right.
That's a lot. Now, I remember having a conversation with one of the design students. I don't even remember where they were from. I think it was on LinkedIn. Uh,
Right.
and they were asking if they should do a second internship or not because they've done one internship. And also, I had put up a post on LinkedIn for an internship.
Okay.
This was long back when I first started off my own studio, and we were working on these things
Uh-huh.
on different projects, and we wanted an intern, and I put it up on LinkedIn, and I mentioned the intern must have some experience. Now that post, you could say that it was ridiculed a lot
Right.
because now they don't expect the interns to have experience,
Correct.
right? Now here I was expecting the intern to have some experience, right? Because I think somewhere down the line in the Indian design education system,
Mm-hmm.
the concept of doing multiple internships is not there. It is
Mm-hmm.
not there.
Mm-hmm.
Being closely associated with design students, and at
Correct.
for the past few years, I've seen
Yeah.
that at most people will have only 2 internships. That is also when
Right.
after their first year and then after their second year of
Right.
masters, or after their third year of bachelor's or fourth year of bachelor's. That is when they go
Yeah.
for
Correct.
internships,
Correct.
and then after that they want to just crack the इतने लाख का पैकेज लग गया है, अब मुझे जो नौकरी करनी है, मुझे
Right.
इस कंपनी में करना है. So 6 or 7 internships is a lot. So how did you do those things? I mean, what made you take up so many internships?
I think the first 4 semesters, because I would pick up an internship almost every semester 3 onwards.
Hmm.
So we had about 2 semesters in a year, so 6 semesters in 3 years. I'm talking from the second year of college.
Right.
Second year of college, I had 6 semesters, which means about 6 internships. Our college professors, especially the professors who were mentoring me, they pushed me for an internship for the first 2 semesters. And I was forced, I was pushed to do an internship with a not-for-profit organization, which I absolutely hated initially. I did
Okay.
not want to do it. I was crying. I went crying to my
Okay.
parents and I was like, I don't want to work with a not-for-profit organization because I wouldn't learn anything about design. That was my biggest apprehension.
Hmm.
But when I did it, even though it was just an 8-week internship with one, and the other one was, I think, 6 weeks, I did those internships, and this was during the breaks that you get right before right after the jury. You get those
Yeah.
2 or 3 month ka break. That's when I took these internships up. And the first one was so both of them were with not-for-profit organizations, and I was just hustling hard to make my way through and just picking up so many pieces because everybody had so many opinions about design, and here I was, a 19-year-old kid trying to get all the feedback, put it into action, all that. And
Right.
then I think from there, I don't know what I learned about design, but what I learned was this mindset and this habit of figuring things out on your own, being a troubleshooter where you just, do some hustle, go online, learn something on your own, and then just crack it. Like the whole
Right.
idea is to just crack it. The
Right.
second internship was actually a wall art project that we did for a not-for-profit, and it went on like we were painting walls for like I think 4 or 5 weeks straight in like really hot summer. So that was the second experience, which I think taught me a lot about hands-on work, because hands-on is something that people are usually afraid of and don't really consider it as real work. But
Yeah.
I think that taught me a lot about hard work and hands-on work, and it absolutely made me fall in love with it. And I think since then I've never stopped painting walls, so or like painting in general, because I got so fond of it, because it was just such a not only a stress buster, but was such a good experience to, do something with your hands. That, and then I think the third and the fourth and the fifth internship was just to figure out if I want to do design or if I want to get into advertising, because I couldn't make that decision. And the easiest way to make that decision was by doing it. And that's what I was taught. And I think by the fourth or the fifth semester, I was also getting a hang of doing internships. So I liked it. I liked working with different organizations, meeting those people, picking up whatever I could from them. So yeah, and then the third, fourth, fifth, and I think the sixth internship happened just to figure out if I want to do typography, if I want to do design, if I want to do advertising, should I work with a big team or a small team, those kind of things, just to make those decisions. And yeah, and I think like a lot of learning happened there. And then when I think what worked for me when I started looking for a job is that I gave about 14 interviews. And I said no to all of them. So that was the beauty of it, because I had so much work by the end of college that everybody was in awe that how could I produce so much work in college, which was mostly life projects. And I interviewed with some of the best agencies, and I still remember but yeah, there was this agency I wanted to work with. They rejected me about 4 or 5 times, and I would keep improvising on my portfolio, and every year I'd apply there. So I never got an internship with them, but the best part was that I cracked a job interview with them and I got the job.
Wow.
So I actually ended up working with them because I was just constantly improvising on my portfolio. So that's how I think internships helped me. They were like the stepping stone for my journey, I guess.
That's insane. And I hope that the students who are listening to this, I mean, I cannot tell you how helpful this is for students, and how I've struggled to explain this to students, that internships are so crucial. Yeah. And you've touched upon all the important points about an internship.
Right.
And I'm glad that you brought this up, and I'm glad we discussed it today.